Hi guys, this is Rabia and you're listening to the Brown Girl Rants. You can't tell, but I'm going through a sore throat and this is my eighth take for this podcast and my voice would always break in the middle, okay? And I was like, you know what? I just need to do it. I just need to roll with it. And I'm literally recording this podcast on a Friday morning and the episode is supposed to go up in a few hours. So I don't have any other option. So it's okay. Forgive me if my voice breaks, but I'm going through a sore throat. It's been a week actually. It was severe. Not the sore throat, but I was severely sick on Sunday, and then we got better with time. Also, what's interesting is that I did this whole week. I did work from home for this whole week, and I was really sick on Sunday. So my mom was like, ask them for work from home for Monday. But somehow it was just given to me, provided to me. Work from home for this whole week. I did went for Tuesday. I did went to Tuesday. But the rest of the week I completely worked from home. It was so nice. I realized it is so nice. And I am recording this episode at 9 a.m. in the morning, and I have to like work. I have to go for work, go to my desk for work at 10 a.m. So it's going good, and I could have not have recorded at 9 a.m. if it weren't for the work from home. I appreciate it so much. I was working from home for the past 2 years, but now after going to office every single day, I just appreciate it much more now. And I realized after so long, like after July, I'm getting like my first break other than the weekend where I'm just at home. Um, and I'm just getting to spend time with my room and my family. With my I don't know, I was about to say with my family, but yeah, it's good, even though it is hectic, but it is good. I hate my chair. Okay, so as you can see on the podcast cover, this is exactly how my chair is, and I got it. And when we were initially like getting the works desk and chair, everyone, my brother told me, not everyone, but my brother really told me to get that wheelchair that supports my back and that is actually made for those things. That is actually a working chair. That time I did not care. I was like, I wanted a cool, cute chair. I don't want that ugly chair. I don't want a wheelchair. I just want a cute chair. So I got the chair that you can see in the cover. It's very pretty. It's nice, but my back hurts so much. And with this job, I just have to be there online for like how many hours I work? 8 hours. बीच में लंच ब्रेक छोड़ के ठीक है. वैसे 9 hours, it's 10 to 7, but if I'm taking a break, then it's 8 hours. So I'm sitting there for 8 hours. My back hurts so much, but I can't do anything about it. I want to get a new chair. Like, and it's this week that I'm working from home like thoroughly. Else, I just work from home like once a month. So I don't know if it's that serious. I do want to get a new chair, but and I don't like this chair. So I now tell my brother, you were right, I should have gotten that chair. And he was like, मेरी तो कोई सुनता ही नहीं. You should have listened to me. Like, and I don't like my chair. My back hurts so much. That's the only like disadvantage, and that's the only thing I miss while working from home. Other than that, we're going good. It's also cold, so who wants to just wake up and go? I'm literally in my blanket right now recording a podcast, and it's chill. And I think that really needed this week to be work from home because there's so much happening. Next week, this time I will be in Faisalabad. My cousin is getting married. So we're leaving on Wednesday. And then, okay, so why the reason I got work from home is because of smoke. So there's a lot of smoke, and everyone knows that. So the government announced work from home, and we got a whole week for the government actually announced 50% like people in the office, so you can come like one day. You have one day work from home and one day office, one day work from home and one day on site. But for us, we got this week completely work from home, and from the next week we're gonna exercise the one day work from home and one day in office. The good thing is that I have like leave on Thursday and Friday, so it's just like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm just gonna go to office one day, and there's 2 more work from home days, but there's just a lot happening. because there's a whole wedding going on. So I am just glad to have this work from home. It would have been really overwhelming, and I'm also saving the रोज का आने जाने का expense. So I'm stoked. Like you know na, you appreciate those things much more when you know ke, what happens if you just don't go. I don't think I appreciated work from home enough when I was doing it for the past 2 years, but now I appreciate it more because I'm seeing ke how much you can save and how much time you can save. Like now after 7, I'm just like, okay, I have this 3 hours, 4 hours for myself. I can do anything. And when you are like back from office and you are back after traveling for an hour, you're just like, oh, I need to like get ready for the next day because you already are reaching at 8. You have to sleep by 12, so you just don't have a lot of time and you have to plan for the next day. So like it's going chill. I like it. And you can tell like I'm really enjoying it. But this is what's happening. The smoke is really bad. I haven't been out since the past like 4 days. I love that, honestly, because there's nothing I'm missing out. It's just gray. It's literally gray everywhere. Also, one thing that I hate myself for doing is that since I'm not going out, I just wake up, do my skincare. I don't put on any makeup at all. In office, I would just put sunscreen, but at the night, I would have this thing in me, ki, oh, I have my sunscreen on, so I need to cleanse my face. Now, since I'm not going anywhere, I'm not putting it sunscreen and anything, so at night, I'm so lazy to do my skincare that I don't do it. Not something I would recommend. I'm like in my defense, I didn't went out. There's nothing. Even though I still should do it. Like you should. And I said this before as well. Washing your face at night is more important than washing your face in the morning. And I'm like, I haven't been anywhere. I didn't put on sunscreen, so it's fine. We'll just go. So this is something that is not good, which shouldn't happen, and it was not happening in the past 2 years when I was doing work from home. I'm just extra lazy now. Or today I was like, okay, I'm gonna put like a little bit of makeup so that this is like a motivation for me to remove my makeup at night. Also in the morning, it's like, okay, let's just be more put together, even though I try not to show my face in the meetings. Again, let's just like don't be that lazy. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put makeup this morning so that I also have this motivation to remove that makeup at night and cleanse my face and do proper skincare. But then I realized, oh, I have to take a shower eventually because it's Friday. So I skipped that. So it's not happening now. But I don't know if that was funny. The moral of the story is do your skincare. And if you're at home all the time, I would really recommend to just like put a little bit of makeup on in the morning so that you would want to like cleanse that in the night. Like that's the only thing that would happen. But it's so cold. I just want to lay down. No amount of rest is ever enough for me. Like literally, I am so excited I have slept like good this whole week. But I'm still so excited for weekend. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay in bed and just sleep and think and read books and watch stuff and scroll Twitter. I don't want to do anything. So, and I have to be active because there's a whole wedding coming up. I don't know what I'm gonna do about my hair. My hairs are short. Okay, another rant. This episode is not about it, but let me rant. My hairs, I got them like short in August. It was in July end, and it was the most dumbest thing I have ever done to myself. That time I didn't knew my cousin would be getting married in November. I would not have done that to my hair. No, and then I was like, okay, they'll grow up till November. They'll be like nice shoulder, medium length, like they'll be easy. But they're still short. It's November and they're still short. And I don't know what to do about them. I know I'll go in a parlor and they'll be like, I don't have a lot of hairstyles that in my head or that I would want for the 2-day event, but I have this fear that I'll go in the parlor and tell them that, oh, I need a hairstyle, and they'll laugh at me because my hair is so short, and they'll be like, मैं इन बालों पे आपका क्या बनाऊं? And I don't want that would be so bad. So I'm trying to look for hairstyles for short hairs, but I'm not seeing a lot of like hairstyles that could go well with desi dresses and that are for short hairs. So it's kind of like a struggle. I have not done a bun. I have never ever done a bun. I did bun once, a messy one, and I didn't like it that much. So I don't think I'll ever go with the bun. Like the idea of having those like sleek bun sounds nice, but I don't think I'm going with that. So like best of luck to me for that. I'll give the whole like update, the recap once I'm back. I don't know if I'll post next week's episode. I actually have a guest lineup. Like I'm gonna talk like professionally. I have a guest lineup. So I want to do a podcast with them and maybe we'll record it tomorrow. Then I can edit it and schedule the podcast and for Friday and the podcast would be up. But I am so lazy, so I don't know if I'll be able to like be that productive to edit and do and schedule something, because I'm someone who puts things on the last minute. And the example of that is I'm recording this podcast at 9 a.m. on Friday. My podcast should be up and I'll be working. I have to be on my desk at 10. So like I think I thrive with deadlines and I thrive with like 1 hour for, even with office. I think if someone tells me you have to finish this in like this many hours, I'm like, oh my god, good. But if there's just no like deadline, I am not that quick. And I need to like create deadlines for myself, and I have like this podcast episode. No one would say anything to me if I don't do it, if I skip it, if I do it at night. Like, and I have created for myself, so maybe I'm going good. I shouldn't overthink. And that's not the topic for this episode. I should move to this topic because I can talk like that for hours, but I have to be somewhere else. So, the topic for this episode is the urge of standing out. I have been wanting to do this podcast since weeks, and I think I always talk about it here and there. I never like talked about it as in whole as its own topic and discussed scenarios and things about it. So, I think if I think I can speak for everyone, I'll speak, or I should speak for just for myself. I would speak for myself and say that I had this urge of standing out, and I'm sure maybe everyone else would have too. In schools, in colleges, in universities, in professional spaces, when you're surrounded by people who are just like you, who are maybe in the same field as you, you're in the same class or you're in the same workplace, you want something that could differentiate yourself from the other group of people, and the thing that could make you stand out or being extraordinary in something. We always want to do that. I personally, I'm speaking for I tried to chase it, that I want to be different, I want to be extraordinary, I want something that identifies Rabia. I want to have my own identity, especially in school, because there were just so many girls and everyone was so extraordinary in studies, in sports, in like speeches, in everything, that I felt like I would get easily lost in a crowd, like metaphorically, not like realistically. Maybe maybe in real life too I'll get lost in a crowd, but I don't have something to introduce myself with. I don't have something special that I'm like, okay, my name is Rabia and this is something that is special in me that everyone else do not have. So it was a very sad thought, and you would always like hear quotes like escape the ordinary and be unique, have something by your own. And we just want to have something that other people's don't, that make us stand out and make us, when we introduce ourselves, we can introduce the other, and every other person's like, oh, she's different. Like, we want to be different. We want to tell people that this is something that is unique about me that others don't have. This is something that makes Rabia different from others. But with time, especially in my teenage, I couldn't find anything, and it was very depressing, and it was like I just hated it so much, and I started running away from the things that everyone else was doing, which was, I think, the worst part of it all. Like, if everyone likes this one show or this one color, I would be like, oh, everyone is doing it, so I don't want to do it. Like, even if I'm enjoying it, I wouldn't do it because I wanted to be different or to like something else or to like I have a sore throat. I'm so sorry. I wanted to be different, and I would just run away from things that others would be doing. There would be a show that everyone would be watching, or there would be a song everyone would be listening, and I'd be like, I am actually not gonna talk about it because everyone else is, and I don't. I want to be different. So for me, if I didn't had anything to add that could make me different or that could make me stand out, I was like intentionally not going in something that could make that everyone else was doing. And it was so stupid because these are just random things like a song or a show or a color or an outfit or something. But in my back end, I just wanted to have something in me, to have something different in me. And I was like forcing myself to maybe like something I don't like or to unlike something that I really enjoy in order to be different or to stand out or to be extraordinary. And it was not working out, and it was just a very sad phase to be in. Then I came to this realization that it cannot be forced. I cannot forcefully adapt a hobby. For example, I see crocheting and I think, oh, it's so cool and I want to do it. But somehow it's not something I'm enjoying. Like, I like people doing it and I like the idea of it, but it's not something that I personally am enjoying while doing it. So I do not need to force myself to do crocheting just so that I can tell everyone that I crochet and I really enjoy it. And the same thing with other hobbies. I cannot force myself to enjoy sports if it's not something I am interested in or I enjoy in or I take pleasure in it. So this is something that I realized when I was 17 years old, and I was in my college then, which you could also call like high school. So I was in my 11th grade and I changed my school. I was in New People, and I realized there's maybe nothing special about me. Maybe I'm ordinary and I'll be ordinary. I'll just love the things I love. I'll let myself enjoy the things I like. I'll adapt the personality what I have. Like, I do not want to force myself to be something that I'm not. I'll be what I'm comfortable in being. And that is where things started changing for me. So I started letting myself enjoy myself. I started letting myself to be the way I want to be. I started letting myself enjoy the things I enjoy, the things I want to watch, the things I want to do, the things I want to be. When I started being myself, and this was the time when I then went into a university, when I started just being Rabia and how Rabia is supposed to be and what Rabia likes and what Rabia wants to do. That is when I realized that this is something that is extraordinary about me, because I was being myself. I realized that then I found something that I felt like, oh, this is something that makes me, that makes me Rabia. So the moment I accepted that I should stop like forcing myself to be someone I am not just to stand out, the moment I stopped doing that and the moment I accepted that maybe there's nothing, I don't need to find anything extraordinary in me, I should just enjoy myself. That was the moment I was happy and content. And after a while, after just being myself, I discovered and I find out, okay, what's the thing that makes me and what's the thing that I like, and what's the thing that in a class, if we are sitting, that make me stand out for my own. And everyone could have their own things, so you should appreciate other people for their things, and while letting you should shine on your own while letting other giving the grace to shine as well. For to stand out does not mean that you have to blur every single existence that is surrounded by you. It means that you have your own capabilities to shine on your own while helping other people to shine on their own as well, because everyone have their own thing. And even if someone is similar than you, I think that's a good thing. You just have someone who understands you, who vibes with you, and who have their own thing. Everyone, even if like you guys are doing the same thing, there would be still creatively some things that would creatively that would differentiate you and them. And for me, for the longest time, I would just think I'm not creative because I was just not being myself and I was not doing the things I want to do. Just about when I started just doing the things I actually want to do and actually want to be, and not thinking how many people are doing it and how many people, and it's so common and it's not something that is like really different or really unique. When I stopped thinking about it, that was when I started doing the things I like more creatively, and that would differentiate me from other people. And I don't think we should, like, if we have this talent or anything in us and we are looking oh, how many other people can do it, that's when we are at loss. Just like own the things you like and try to matlab, try to just be go with it, and you will find creativity in yourself in it, and you will make this something matlab ke on your own. Like, you will make that thing your own, and you will, I don't know, maybe I can't phrase it, but I hope you understand. For example, my sister really likes F1 and it's really cool. Everyone watches it and everyone thinks it's really cool. I don't know if I really like it or not, but just because it's cool and just because everyone is watching it, or maybe so in our family, like, not everyone, but every cool person is doing it. So if in our family only my sister watches it, so obviously everyone would be like, oh my god, she likes F1 and that makes her different, but she's actually interested in it. So I cannot force myself to like it just to be cool and just to tell people, oh, I like F1. So she does, and she really enjoys it, and that differentiates her. I do podcasts, that differentiates me. Like, so it's very simple, and I don't think I'm doing like something very different. I think I just discovered that this is something that I like over the years, and this is something I want to do. And I then saw my options. Okay, this is, I like speaking, so what I can do, I can host in universities, but after that, what I can do. And then I came to that realization that, oh, I can do podcast, and I started doing it, and it's something that I think differentiates me, that I can tell about myself, and I really like that. But it took years of working and years of just accepting myself and flourishing and growing and just accepting what I really like to end up in that decision where I could just have a thing on my own. I'm gonna give maybe a very vague example, not really vague, like a very interesting example. So we know Harry Potter. We haven't watched it, but we know Harry Potter. I have watched 3 parts of it. But yeah, we know Harry Potter. We know what it's about. So in Harry Potter, they have like 4 houses, right? And I remember 2 years back, we were going to this Harry Potter show, and everyone was talking about what house they are. And I was like, okay, let me look up and let me see what house I am. And everyone was like, oh, I am Gryffindor. Oh, I am Ravenclaw. I hope I'm pronouncing them right. Oh, I am Slytherin. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Like, these are like the 3 edgy ones. Especially, like, I think Ravenclaw and Slytherin are like the edgy ones. Gryffindor is like the main character one. I don't know. Anyways, I looked up and I realized I'm Hufflepuff, which is like the 4th one. And the 4th one is the one that got the least attention in the whole show, and that it was the most boring one, because it was just with kind people, like nice, and obviously it was a show about magic, so it had like more edgy houses got more attention and all. But I had this moment of realization that, oh my god, I'm Hufflepuff and it's just not interesting. But then I accepted it and I was like, okay, but I would not, like, why would I force myself to be edgy, to be in another house, when this is what I am? So I need to accept that and carry it with grace. And it was a good thing because I really like the color contrast of that house. And it does not matter. It's not that serious to. I just wanted to be the main character, but some Hufflepuff can be main character in some other stories. Maybe not in Harry Potter, but we can be main characters in any other story and in another genre. So it's fine. But that was a realization. So what my point of this, all of this, is that you just need to like see what you are, and you need to go with that, and you need to accept that and enjoy that. Like, you do not need to, I think I have said this before as well, we, not you, let's include me as well, because I did that. I chased um something that I was not, and we need to accept ourselves. I am in a very good place because I know exactly what I like and what I don't. And for my example, okay, when I was in the class, obviously, in university, especially in universities, where I realized, okay, I can do this. This is something that is special about me. I think in universities, teachers are more appreciative as well. In my school, teacher weren't. So I all one all the negative things, not negative things, but all the complex I had in myself were because of my school. I am so sorry, but I have to say it. It was not a good place to be. Anyways, so when I was in university, I realized I like speaking in class. I like presentation. Whenever we would have a presentation, and would be a group presentation, and only one person is required to speak, everyone would be like, yeah, you speak, it's okay, we're good, because they don't like it, and that's okay. They have their own good things, and I would be like, yes, I would love to speak, like, give it to me. So I personally would like to, I realized I love presenting. That was where it started. Or usse bhi pehla I realized I like to be put in the spot. Like, I would raise my hand and be like, and also it was interesting. I was doing something I really enjoy. It was not science or something that I really hate. I was not being the annoying girl. I was also helping other people. Please trust me, I was like not being annoying. But there were other girls who would score better marks than me, or they had their own thing. They had their own like qualities and strength. But we will just hype each other up. They would tell me that that attribute is really good with me, that I can present and I can talk in class and I can explain my point of view. And I said I really like the way they're so serious about studies, because I was also into a lot of co-curricular activities. But this is how it should be. Like, you should appreciate other person's strength, like, and try to help them in their weaknesses. So if I just, whenever I think about my university class, especially the girls group, it makes me so happy because everyone was so supportive, and we were just hyping each other constantly, and we were helping each other, and it was really amazing. So even if, but I know it's a privilege to have these people, such positive people surrounded by you. Sometimes people push you down, and they don't want you to shine, and they see you as a competition. So for that, you do not need to care about other people. If you have, like, if you are strong in your own, and if you have your own power, and you know that this is something that is good with me, then you will flourish. You do not need to listen to other people, and you can tell when someone is sincere to you and someone is not. And if you have people in class that you think that they're seeing you as a competition, even though you're doing your own thing, they're doing their own thing. And in our university, the whole like mark system was also like absolute and not relative. So our marks was totally for us, like no one's marks would affect my marks. So when you will be in a place when you will realize everything I'm gonna get with the things I have, the networking I'll build, the things I'll participate in, then you would just be too busy to focus on your own, and to like strengthen the skills you have, than to notice what other people have to say and how they are pushing you down. So obviously friendships are important, but you also need to know, okay, what you want and what you're good in, that you don't need anyone's like emotional or anyone's like validation for you to do it. Okay, you can't tell, but I'm back after a 5.5 hour break, not break. So I needed to go to work, and then now I took my lunch break, so now I am recording the rest of the part. I really wanted to finish it. So I don't know, you can tell or not, maybe you can, because there's a difference between the energy. I would be able to tell in the recording as well, so in the edit as well, but right now I can't. And I also forgot what I was talking about in the last like part. So yeah, so there a 5.5 hour break happened and we are back. So let's just continue our topic. So what I was saying was, to be extraordinary does not mean that I need to force myself into being something that I would not do, or I do not find the pleasure in it or the fulfillment in it. I do not need to be that. First of all, I also feel like we need to like not be competitive. We just need to like get out of this we need to get out of this thing we are put in since our childhood, from by the society or in the people around us in our school or in our household, that where we see other people as our competition. And if we see that this person have this thing that they're really good at and everyone is appreciating that person and it makes them special, what do I have? I think first of all we need to like stop comparing ourselves to other people and stop thinking that we are in this race where I need to be at the first, I need to stand out. We need to stop thinking that I want to like differentiate from this crowd. I think we can have our own thing, we can have our be extraordinary while being a part of the society and the people around us and being kind to them, and not constantly trying to move away from them because we think that we need to like have something that is better or that is different from them. It's okay to do what everyone else is doing as long as you're having fun in it and you're enjoying it, I think. Secondly, I think obviously it takes a while to for you to figure out okay, what I'm really good in and what is the thing that I want it to be my thing, or I want to people to know me for that. And मुझे लगता है कि when you just stop trying for it, it just happens. Like I stopped trying. I just accepted कि this is me and I'm gonna enjoy myself. तो I think कि जब आपका thought process change हो जाता है, तब आप अपने लिए बेहतर कर पाते हो, और तब ही जो बाकी सारे लोग आपको वो चीज़ करते हुए देख रहे हैं, तो दे सी यू डूइंग इट एंड दे आर लाइक ओके दैट इज़ रियली कूल, एंड देन दे think that that thing in you is really extraordinary because you're trying, like you're just trying to make things better for yourself, have fun, seek new opportunities. So that is when people just start like noticing that this is something that is incredible about you. Also, it's not like you just or obviously when you are in a professional space or in a something where you are asked about or you get the opportunity to speak about the things that you love, you obviously you will tell, you have to tell. But it's not like when I said ke you do not need to like seek people's validation, that you do not need to even talk about it. Like if I introduce myself and someone is like okay, what do you do, yeah, what's mother, to just tell that person that this is something that I do, that I really enjoy, and that is a little different, or that I'm really passionate about, is that I have a podcast by the side and it's like a hobby and I really enjoy it. And I think even the other person, I have seen people being like amazed by it. So it's something that I really enjoy. Someone who plays basketball can tell that. Someone who do something else, I cannot name it. Someone who is good in arts can tell that. Someone who is doing just something else, anything, someone who loves cycling can tell that. Everything is good in its own. We do not need to see how much percent of population is doing that and how much is not. If someone has a small business, they can tell that. If someone likes cooking, they can tell that. It's not like oh, this is so basic, everyone is doing it. मुझे लगता है कि that does not matter as long as you're enjoying it, and while you're enjoying it you're like oh, I want to grow in it, and you're finding your own ways how to like do it. तो आपकी जब creativity उस चीज़ में आ जाती है ना, तो आप अपनी उस चीज़ में identity बना लेते हो, I feel like. तो I feel के it's a so slow process and we accept ourselves, we enjoy things. Then while we are enjoying things, we realize this is something that I'm really passionate about and I want to do. And you follow more people who are doing such things. आप उनसे inspire होते हो. You have your own ideas, you think about it, you brainstorm about it, and then you just have it. And it does not mean for everything you just need to have a public account and you need to promote it on social media. Your hobbies can be very different, or even मतलब कि it could be something that you मतलब कि professionally आपको जो है वो एक workplace में मतलब आपकी there's your thing. तो everything, it's not like everything that you're doing and you're good at you need to like promote it heavily or tell it heavily, on the social media. Obviously, it depends from person to person. Sometimes you want to show, sometimes you don't want to show. Because at the end of the day, we're doing that to make us happy. That's our end goal. Now, lastly, there's this one practice that I feel like is very interesting, and you can obviously practice it, but it should not be taken seriously because it's not that serious. It's never that serious, and we shouldn't do it. And we are not in a Big Boss, or we are not in a reality show, or we are not a celebrity or in pop culture or something. We're not in that. But I think it's a fun practice. You can keep in mind and do it and not take it seriously as your life goal and motto. No. That is, because sometimes we would like there's this thing that this score, so I'll put it on myself because I cannot think of any name. So I'm like someone could look at something and be like, okay, this is so Rabia core. And I could think, okay, how do I make things Rabia core? Like, how could I just have my own personality and have my own mood board and everything related to me, whatever. Uske liye, first of all, some people just do not want to do it because it's a stupid thing, obviously. Lekin, I think I cannot build a whole aesthetic that I feel like is attractive, but at the same time, I'm not comfortable in it. Like, I cannot wear a piece of clothing that is very edgy and dark. That is not me, and that I'm not comfortable in. So we do not need to do it that we do not need to build a whole character and then act like that character just to have a separate identity, or and someone to like recognize us from the little things. What we can do is we can just be an extreme version of ourselves. And I know it sounds insane. It's not that serious. Like, and I'm just telling, it's something you can practice. It's a fun practice you can do if you're in university or you want to start your own account and you just want something to for you to differentiate from the other accounts and for you to just add your own touch. Just say, I really like the color brown, and I literally use the brown color every single in every single thing. I send brown hearts, so I just started making that color. I genuinely love that color, and I would really buy accessories of that color. But now I am more conscious, and I send brown hearts. I have a brown bag. I consciously pick brown color. Not if it looks ugly, then I don't, but I do. But that I know I like that color, and I use that color more now. So I heard a lot of people telling that to me, that brown color reminds them of me, which is a big thing to say. I did not invent brown color, but like, you get it, right? Like, I found something that I really like and I kept using it. So now someone my voice is breaking so bad. Anyways, so now someone could see that color, maybe not see that color like it's like they see brown color and they're like, oh my god, Rabia. But I could have something brown and they could be like, yeah, it suits you, it's so Rabia core. Special. And same with green color, I really like green color. So I started like having these little hints of green in my room, and I show it and I wear green. So everyone could tell, okay, brown and green are very Rabia colored, they're very Rabia core. Or it's also comes in like the brand image, and like obviously when you see brands, I do not think I'm a brand or something. I mean, I think seeing from marketing perspective, you see a brand has this specific color. Like, what example should for example, Lipton. Okay, Lipton has a yellow colored box, okay, and then they're in their advertisement, everyone is wearing yellow color. So with due to that, they have made yellow color their brand identity. So I hope you understand that. So is what I say, for me, I really like the brown color and started using it more often to just like have this a part of my personality. So if I'll make Rabia mood board, I will make it brown, or I'll have brown, and everyone would agree that yes, this color suits you. Yeah, phir it's so Rabia core. I hope you understand that. I know it's so stupid. It's what I say. I was kind of scared. It's not that serious. वही बात है. For some people, it's the way they dress. up, maybe you're in a shop and I see a dress and I think of that friend of mine कि, oh, this friend of mine would love this dress क्योंकि this matches their vibe. So I think it's like just being an extreme version of yourself, like holding on to the things you really like and repeating them so that other people really know okay this is really you and you really like them, so they start attaching those things to your personality. Or it's fun, it's a fun thing to do, but it should not go to extreme. Like that is very dangerous because we are not playing a character, we are not playing a character of ourselves, and we can change, we can evolve, we can grow, or it's not that serious at first place. So we just need to like the things we really like and we are having fun in. um don't We just do not need to let it get in your head. Like we do not need to like play a character कि okay, I am Rabia, so I need to like love brown. Yeah, I need to be in there. Maybe after a while I love any other color more. तो आई थिंक इट्स फाइन. और हमें मतलब कि वही बात है कि इफ़ यू जस्ट if I'm being an extreme version of myself and I am like okay, this like fits on me, so I need to keep doing that. Even if one day I don't feel like doing that, then फिर हम उसी चीज़ पे वापस आ जाएंगे ना कि we are doing something that we do not enjoy anymore. We are forcing ourselves to be someone that we are not just because it fits us. So we are playing a character in front of people and it's not that serious. Or these are, and no one is looking, literally no one is looking at us. Or like people are, I'm not saying ke, that does not mean ke no one cares about us. That means ke it's in a positive way ke we are, at the end of the day, we just want to have fun. So it's not that serious. Fucky. Like, and it's a nice practice that you can do. Or it just matlab ke you, if you need to like it just differentiates you, or other people just get to know you better. Just that there is this friend of mine who really loves sunflower, and every time she sees sunflower she would take a picture of it. So every time I see sunflower it reminds me of her, or I have saved her name and have like saved her name with a sunflower उसके नाम के आगे. Then there's one friend of mine who really likes clouds, so she posts pictures of cloud, and this is something she loves. So I think when you start just loving the things you love, or maybe if you want those things to like really want those things to be a part of your personality, to just you can just be an extreme version of yourself. This is what I mean. But I feel like again, if we don't feel like it, we do not need to forcefully be in it, and we should not stop growing. Like if I have found my true self, मैं अभी कहती हूँ कि okay, these are the things that are so Rabia, and I'm just gonna be that for the rest of my life. This is not how it should be. We grow, we learn. Maybe after a year I would just be a better version of myself. So we should not be stuck in this one like cage. This is the things, this is who I am, this is what I like, and this is what I keep doing. Evolve, grow, and you just try to be a better version of yourself every single day. Or jab you will strive for that, so there would be a lot of things that you would have to let go and just like new things. And this is how life is. To live means to constantly shift colors, and this is how it happens. We grow up and we like new things, we dislike our old things. I really loved some things 2 years ago. I was a really stupid fangirl of a lot of things. Now I look back at that, and that time that thing was giving me joy. So I would not like go back and wouldn't like, I am not embarrassed of that, but now I am over by it, and there's new things that I really like. So like, let yourself just love new things and let yourself grow and be nice to every single person. Be a nice human being. People will love you when you will be nice to them. Yeah, but also don't take anyone's shit, obviously. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope it helped you. I hope you feel better. Follow me on Instagram. It's at the Brown Girl Rants. Or yeah, I'll keep you posted on the wedding, and I hope I can pull up the guest episode with my friend. I think it will be so interesting. I want to have more episodes with her. I am really excited to actually have her on the podcast. Like, it was my forever dream. It was like 2 साल पहले I asked her and she said yes, and we never pulled it together, but this time we will. So I hope it could come out next week. It would be so amazing. Anyways, bye, take care, love you.